Starting a little bit here, guys. A few more minutes. Let everyone get in. And we'll just wait till 1 o'clock today. 1 o'clock. SD, what's up, bud? Couple more minutes here, boys. Get going. AQ, what's up? All right, 1 o'clock. One more minute. Wait, 1 more minute. Let everyone get in here. Almost one. Start clearing this out. Do I have any ISO polls today? I do not. All right. 1 o'clock. What's up, guys? Well, we took a little break Wednesday. I had some things to do. I had a meeting that I needed to be in. So I'm sorry, you guys, we didn't have one Wednesday, but we're back today. We're gonna be doing a little bit more work to make up for that Wednesday miss. So again, warm up is gonna stay the same. We're hitting our RDLs, our lunges. We're gonna do a little bit of shoulder stuff today. And then today we got, for our power mobility emphasis, we're gonna do a knee up lateral jump. I'm gonna pair that with some TFL rockers to loosen up that TFL muscle that's kind of in charge for that rotation of your femur. Some scapular mobilization, scapular control exercises in our warm up today. So we're gonna need that. And then we're gonna keep going with our power here. We're gonna go Russian jumps or Russian lunges with our 90-90 variation. A little bit different today with that 90-90. We're gonna be focusing more on the pulling and the separating of the groin from the hip. And then for our strength, we're gonna go into our single leg ankle iso squats. If you have bands or weights or anything, feel free to use them during these strength exercises. It's only going to help you. So go ahead and add those in. We're going to pair that with a yoga push-up. And I'm probably going to put in a core exercise with that as well. And then we'll move into skater lunges. Again, use weight if you have it. If not, you can do it with body weight. Then we're going to do slider push-ups. Again, I'm trying to get some upper body, shoulder stability and strength in there. And then we're gonna end with a nice little conditioning. We're gonna do body weight split squat, alternating jumps with retention holds, so 40 seconds of each. So we should get a nice little burn, a little condition today, a little bit of sweat. Okay, so that's the plan. Well, let's go. All right. So I'm gonna put a stick down. I don't need it yet. All right. So first one we'll do is our RDL series. So just fix this camera real quick. So RDL series, we're gonna go our foot forward first. Again, just normal single leg hinge. Back leg is straight. Hips are even. We're gonna go 5 each leg. 2, and try to go as far as you can. Nice and controlled. Hips are just hinging. They're nice and even. That back counterbalance leg is straight. Okay, we're gonna switch legs now. Foot forward for this one as well. Again, hands on the hips to feel for that hip imbalance if one occurs. We're going nice and slow here, guys. Really trying to challenge our range every rep. 3. Nice and even. 4, back and spine is nice and neutral. Big toe is being punched into the ground for that added stability. Okay, now we're going to go right leg again. We're going to turn that foot in slightly. We're going to hinge again, tracking against our foot path. Rotating again, we're going to feel it more in the glute medius. And the TFL here, we're going to go hinge forward and rotate with that opposite arm across that body. Okay, so we're going to go 5 here, just like that. 1, reset. 2, 3, nice and controlled here. 4, and 5. Okay, we're going to switch now. That left leg, again, same thing. We're tracking against that toe, and our hips are staying forward and hinging, and we're reaching across with that opposite arm to get that nice pulling motion on that muscle here in the TFL. Stay balanced. 1, 2, 3. Whoops. Left leg's not as good today. And 5. Okay. Now back to right leg, toe out now. Okay, again, so it's going to hit more of that medial hamstring. So same thing, hips tracking forward, nice and even. Back is nice and neutral. We go down. 1, try not to go with that hip. Don't let the hips turn like that. We want this to be forward. 2, 3, and again, try to challenge your range of motion here. Back leg is straight. 4, and toe is down. 5. Okay, we're going to switch feet now. Left leg's pointing out. 1, 2, 3. Christian, where's your brother? 4, and 5. Okay, we're going to go lunge series now. So we're going back extension first. 5 on this side. Reach back, hips come forward. 2, 3. Really reach back there. Extend that spine. And last one. Okay. Other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, now we're going to rotate, separating upper body from the hips. So hips are locked in here. Upper body and head are coming with, swinging against that leg here. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, now we're gonna lunge forward again. We're gonna touch that back heel here. Okay, so right leg comes forward, reach that right hand back to that left ankle, and rotate. 1. We're going 2, 3, 4. Last one. 5. Nice and controlled here, guys. Make sure our core, our hips are nice and stable. So that means we gotta squeeze the hips here, squeeze the core, squeeze the glutes, stabilize that pelvis. Okay, we're gonna other leg here. So now we're going left arm reaches back. 1. Nice and controlled. Again, we're moving our head with our spine here, okay? The neck is part of that spine, so we want to move it with us. 2 more. 4, and 5. Okay, so we're going to get back on the ground here. We're going to go our adductor stretch. Okay, so I'll flip my mat here. So again, we're going to be on one knee. This leg is going to be folded down. This leg's going to be extended, foot flat on the ground here. We're going to sit back, making sure our knee lined up with our toe here. So I'm going to move it back, knee lined up with toe. And we're going to sit the hips back, reach upper body forward. You're going to feel a nice stretch right here in the groin. Hold that for a second or 2, and then release. Go 10 reps. 2, 3, sit those hips back as far as you can. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Remember, keep that leg extended out. And 10. Okay, we're going to switch sides now. Okay, now right leg is flexed down. Left leg's extended flat on the ground here. Same thing, we're going to sit back in the hips, reach forward, and feel that stretch in the groin. We're going to release and come back. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and one more. Done. Okay, we're gonna stay down in that position. Just gonna flip my mat. So we're gonna go in our lunge position again. We're gonna do Spider-Mans. Okay, so left leg forward, bring that left forearm inside that leg to the ground, keeping the hips tracking forward here while we're doing this. Try to keep your body, your spine, your chest proud while you're down here. Don't round your back. Try to keep that chest up. Putting that forearm to the ground, holding it there for a second, planting that arm, and now we're rotating towards that knee, pulling this knee out, getting a nice stretch here in the side of the glute. And then we're going to reset, stand up if you have to, come back down. We're going to do 5 on each side. 3, 4, and 5. Switch. Okay, remember, hips are tracted forward. We're not letting the hips rotate with the pressure that we're putting down to the ground. Knee is coming out, but hips are staying straight. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. All right. Okay, we're going to get up now. I'm going to take our hockey stick here. Okay, so this is where you need the hockey stick. We're going to do some, just prep our shoulders here a little bit for what we have in our workout. So we're going to put the stick above, overhead. We're going to do standing wall slide. Okay, so we're going to, closer you put your hands together behind your back, the harder it is, and you're going to feel it more in the shoulder blades. The wider you have it, you're going to feel it a little bit less, and you're going to be able to go down a little bit farther. Okay, so again, start out wide, and as we come down, and as you feel more comfortable and more of a stretch, we can adjust our hands in more, and then slowly again start adjusting and coming in further and further and getting a nice deep stretch. Okay, so we're going to do 5 of these. Okay, we're just going to hold it down here, squeezing the shoulder blades back and depressing them. So bringing the shoulder blades down and back. Try and squeeze them together. Keep our core engaged so we're not hyperextending. And we're just going to pull up and down for 5 reps. Okay, I'm going to put my hands closer now. Up and down. 2. Up. Nice and slow. Down. 3, we're holding it. Up. Down. 4. Pull those shoulder blades back and down. We're going up and down for our last one. Holding it, holding it. And now we can release. Okay. So now we're going to take our stick, put the butt end of it down. And this, now we're going to work on some scapular coordination or shoulder coordination. Your shoulder blade, this blade, all the muscles around it, teres group, they're called, are in charge of scapular motion, right? So the way your shoulder moves. Okay, so we're going to do a drill here that's going to focus on punching out that shoulder. And we're just isolating movement within the shoulder back here in the shoulder blade. And all we're going to do, set it down. We're going to push out with just the shoulder. We're going to rotate just the shoulder in a circle. We're going to go clockwise. So we're going to go around, in, out with the shoulder, just going in a circle. Okay. Back, around, and out, back, around, and out. We're going to do that 3 times on each side, each way, so 6 times total. Okay, and again, this is good for scapular coordination. Again, it'll help you eliminate some shoulder injuries because you will have more control over your shoulders. So again, this could be very valuable when bracing for a hit. You can move your shoulder into positions where it's going to be a favorable outcome to take that impact against that hit. And again, if you're a baseball player, shoulder scapular coordination is super good for throwing mechanics and being able to decelerate your arm speed at the end of that throw. But we're all hockey players here, so. Okay, now we're going to go the other way. Again, we're just moving that shoulder. The arm isn't flexing, my elbow's not flexing in. It's all that shoulder here. Make sure it's nice and pressed down, okay? So now we're going to go left arm here. So again, left arm out, just the shoulder here. Go in a circle. Three. 1, 2, and 3. Okay. Okay, so now we're going to go in our activation series for our legs here. So we're going to go pogo hops, 50% intensity for 25 seconds. Okay, so again, only ankle extension here. We're not bending our knees and jumping. We're popping off those toes. Just the ankle is flexing up and extending. So we're going to 25 seconds for 50% effort or 50% intensity. Okay, we're going to start in 5, 4, 3, 2, here we go. Just nice, easy, little hops. Heels aren't touching on the toes the whole time. Just little hops, activating those calves, hamstrings, quads a little bit. And we got about 10 seconds here. Nice little hops, quick ground contact. Light on your feet and relax. Okay, then we're gonna get down the ground here. We're gonna go hip bridges. So again, on your feet. Feet are flat on the ground here. And we're gonna push through our heels and bring our hips up here. So hips are gonna come up. We're gonna squeeze for 3 seconds and release. We're gonna do 10 reps of those, and then we're gonna get started. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and last one, 10. Okay, so let's grab a drink of water before our workout. We'll jump. So what we're gonna do here for those. So we're gonna start on our knees here. We're gonna jump up to our feet, and then we're gonna land on one leg and push off that outside leg and do it into a skater or a lateral jump. Okay, so these are super good for, again, loading up and having explosive power, having to get yourself out of a disadvantageous position, put yourself into an athletic position, and then power up straight from there too. So it's gonna look like this. So we're gonna hop up and we're gonna hop across. Okay, so we have to generate a lot of power to get that hips up. So our hips are gonna flex back. We're gonna take our arms. Our arms are gonna be momentum to get us up. And then we're gonna jump up, try to land on one leg. If you can't, we can just go here and then to a jump. But if you're able to, we'll go here, one leg, and out. Okay, so those are gonna be our first power movement. And then we're gonna go into our hip rockers that I'll explain after, okay? So we've got 4 jumps on each side here, okay? So 1, 2, you want quick reaction to that ground contact. As soon as we pop up, we're getting out of that jump right as we hit the ground. 3, 4, 5, nice and stable. See, I'm in control every jump. I'm in a good athletic position. 3 more. And that power leg is extending out. We're getting full extension on that outside leg. Last one. You're going down, up, and landing. Okay, so now with these TFL rockers, we're gonna grab across our shoulders. We're gonna sit, hinge our hips back a little bit, slight knee bend here. And all we're gonna do is we're gonna screw. We're gonna rotate our hips into this leg, but that foot isn't moving. So we're resisting the leg from rotating and the knee from rotating, but we're moving our hips and our upper body to get that stretch here in the TFL and a little bit back here in the glute and the hamstring, okay? So hands across, a little bit of knee bend. We're gonna rotate, screw that foot in, don't let that foot move. Here, rotate, as far as we can. Feel that stretch in the hip socket and release. Then we're going to go to the other side. Okay, so we got 5 on each side, so 10 total. So here, again, screw that leg in, strain it up a little bit, 3-4 seconds, and then move on. 3. 2. 3. Screw that leg in. Don't let those feet move. It's 4. And last one for each leg. Okay, remember, we really want to feel that stretch. Okay, take a little bit of a break, about 30 seconds or so. And then we're going to go right into those jumps again. Again, a little teaching point on those jumps. When we're on our knees there, to get up high enough to land on that leg, we really have to use our momentum and our impulse to change directions from a, again, kneeling position where we have very little power. So we got to sink the hips back, and we got to extend the hips forward to give us that momentum to come up and get our feet underneath us to have time to land and then explode out of that jump. Okay, so let's try these again. This is set number 2 of 4. So we're going to 4 on each leg. So back. 1, 2, 3, 4, halfway. Really fire that leg down. Get a nice hard step out and really push. A nice powerful, strong push. Seven. 8, nice stable landing at the end there too. And last one. 10. Okay, catch our breath. We're gonna go in those hip rockers. Again, we got 5 on each side here. Get a nice shoulder width apart here. A little bit of knee bend. And again, rotating. Letting this knee dip in. Keeping this one straight as we rotate. Try to keep that foot screwed into the ground where it's not moving. 2. Yeah, really grip the ground on this one. 6. 8. 9. Last one. 10. Okay, take a little bit of a break, about 30 seconds here, and then we'll get right into that third set. Again, with our power exercise, guys, we want full effort, max intent here. So again, if you're not getting enough rest, take a little bit longer. We don't necessarily want to start each set while fatigued, right? We want to be rested and ready to go for that next set. And it's okay to fight through the fatigue during the set. Yeah, to a certain extent, we want to have too much fatigue, and we're working against ourselves here for the adaptation of power. But again, pushing through fatigue with maximal intent, or the central nervous system trying to work as hard as it can through fatigue, is still beneficial. We just have to get that right relationship of fatigue to effort here. So we have to find that happy medium of I'm tired, but I can still give enough of an effort to elicit the stimulus that we're trying to bring out. Okay, so we're gonna go right into that third set here. Again, you got hips back, fire up, land on that leg, and power yourself out. So bring the hands in it with you. 1. Up. 3. Last one for each leg. 4. And 4. Okay. Right into those hip rockers. Okay. Shoulder width apart here. Tiny knee bend. And rotate into that hip. Again, try to rotate farther and farther. Each one, straightening that leg you're turning onto. And bending this one will give you more of that twist on that TFL and that glute. 2, 3, 4, 2 more. 5, and last one, and 5. Okay, another 30-second, 15-second rest to our last set. Again, keep pushing, guys. Keep pushing. We're each week, or every couple weeks here. We have to do a lot of the. I have to do things more than just once and twice to really get like the full benefit out of it at the same time. So can't change up too much of the stimulus or the movement here. All right, last set. Again, big powerful jumps off our knees, really exploding, stabilizing that land on that push off leg to give us the best chance of the length tension relationship in the muscles. So we don't want to be down here when we're jumping, right? We don't have enough power from that position. We want to try to get up here to where we have that power enough centric loading on that muscle, enough loading power to really give ourselves a good push and then land. Okay, so we got 4 on each leg here. Going here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Think about your edges, guys. We're all hockey players here, right? So when we land, we have to have that lean somewhat this way, like we're on the inside of our edge, where we have that power to push off here in our stride. Okay? I think I am halfway or something. Two more. And last one. And 8. Okay. Right into those TFL rockers here. Again, shoulder width apart, hands crossed. This leg is going to extend. Getting that stretch here, the TFL. Screwing in that foot. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and last one. 10. Okay. So our next one here. We're going to be the Russian lunges. We did these last week. Got a couple messages saying that these were tough and all that, and they couldn't figure out the pattern here. So these ones we're going to be in a split stance. So we're going to load up or load down, load up, and then as we jump in the air, our feet are going to cycle back and forth as many times as we can, either whether that be one time or if you're quick enough, get two. But what we're going to do is we're going to come up here, land in the same position we dropped down at, okay? So again, this is a high velocity movement. We're trying to move our feet, so relax and contracting our hip flexors as fast as we can and our glutes to extend and cycle those legs. Okay, so this is a very good high velocity movement. We're going to do 5 on each leg here. And then we're going to pair those with our 90-90 hip variation that I'll explain after this. Okay, so I'll give you a lateral view. So again, we're loading up and landing on that same leg, deep knee angle, really stable on our landing here. Okay, 5 on each leg. 1, 2, get the arms involved too, cycle the arms. 3, 4, big powerful jumps as high as we can here, cycle as fast as we can. And 5, nice and stable on that back leg, toe, and on that full front foot. 1, 2, try to keep that knee out, don't let it sink in. 3, 4, 5. Okay, guys, this is a lot of intramuscular coordination. So you got to use your brain. This is a tough one mentally for some people when they're not used to having to cycle their feet and in that movement. So again, this is training your brain a little bit, and the nervous system to connect with your muscles a little bit better for more efficient movement and muscle patterns. And so now we're going to go into our mobility. So we're going to go for 90-90 switches. So we're going to be facing this way, front foot. What we're going to do is we're going to put our hand on our knee here. And as we're bringing this leg up to switch, we're going to push this leg down, keep it to the ground. Try to, again, put that foot flat and lift this leg up as far as we can while leaving this leg down. And then once we've reached end range, we're going to slowly let this knee come off the ground. Again, trying to separate this leg still apart from the other leg, and we're going to switch to the other side. Okay, so this is going to be, you're going to feel this one really, really nicely in the groin and the hip flexor here. Okay, so we're putting force down on this knee, opening this leg up as much as we can. Once we're at end range, we're starting to let this knee come up. Arms go behind. We're still trying to separate the legs here. Put it down and bring this one back. Okay, we're going to go 4 on each side. Okay, so 8 total. 2, 3, 4. Remember, really put pressure into this. Don't let this leg move. Try to bring this one as far as we can. We're switching. 5, 6, 7. Last one. and 8. Okay. We're going to go back into those Russian lunges here. Okay, we got 5 on each leg, so 10 total. Okay, again, big, fast, big jumps, fast leg switches, leg cycles. So load up, explode out. Nice and stable. 2, 3, 4. Get those knees all the way up. And 5. Switch legs. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, we're going back into that 90-90. So, front leg facing this way, hand on that knee, opening up that back leg, trying to separate the knees, spread that groin out. 1, 4 on each leg. Nice and slow. Halfway. 6. 7, last one. And 8. All right, we're going to third set of those Russian lunges here. Okay, so left foot forward. Stabilize yourself.